Hi guys, welcome to another video. Today's video, we're gonna be getting my life together. We just had a very long stretch of extreme weather here, like rain, freezing, ice, snow, everything was chaos, and it was just about survival. I still went into work, the roads were really rough, and a lot of the days the horses had to stay in because of the ice. So, because of that chaos, the barn is a mess. It's very disorganized, it's dirty, it's messy, and I wanted to take you guys down to the barn with me today because we finally have a break in the weather, and I wanted to share with you the process of cleaning and reorganizing the barn. But the first thing I have to do is really clean the barn and deep clean. Something that happens when it gets below a certain temperature is we can't haul our manure out to the muck heap, which is in the back of our property. So it has to be dumped near the barn. Now that it is warm enough to haul it away, I have to scoop everything into the dump trailer and haul it back. And it'll probably take me about 10 trips total. Hopefully just 10, not more than that. I'm gonna take down Christmas decorations, give the stables a good refresh. It's very much needed. Even though it's not spring, I think of it kind of as spring cleaning because I have a really big year coming up and I wanna start the year off right with a clean barn and an organized barn. So I'll show you that process. I'm really excited about it. And then I also wanted to introduce you to all of our non-horsey animals because I don't think I have like formally introduced them to the channel, just kind of in passing. Everything's gonna probably take me all day, and that's perfect because I have the day available to do that. So I'm gonna dedicate my entire day to cleaning and organizing, and hopefully by the end of the day we'll have my life together and we'll have an organized barn. Yeah, so I'm just getting dressed to go out. It's still pretty cold. After I get a good start on cleaning, I have a couple fun orders that have come in for organizing and for schedule keeping, so I'll show you that. It'll be spring before we know it, and life will be good again. I promise. So walking into the tack room, it's been very dirty. Why it's so dirty? There's a lot of winter storms we've been having, and I haven't been able to really deep clean, reorganize, or keep up with how I like things to be in the barn. So I have to bring all of our hoses in to thaw out on the tack room floor, and that makes a huge mess. Feed spilled everywhere, things in disarray, and what I need to do is take everything out, clean it to the best of my ability, and then reorganize and reset. We took down some of the Christmas decorations, but we still have a few things here and there that we need to take down. And then the really gross part is out here. The barn is still dirty from the horses coming in. And honestly, I don't think it's been this dirty ever. And I mean, it gets really dirty every single night from bringing the horses in and haying them, but it is just... So the manure pile has to go. The only way to move it is shoveling it. So I have to start working at that. And then I can clean the rest of the barn. Then once the rest of the barn is clean, I can start to reorganize, which should be the fun part. This next part is not my favorite part, but that just happens probably like once or twice a year in the winter, where I have to move it from near the barn to the back, just because we can't get back there with our equipment. So this spring I really want to prioritize investing in a proper muck keep that's near the barn, so we don't need to move it around so much. It just hasn't been a huge priority, but I think this is the last winter that I want to do this. The manure pile is moved, and that took me, it only took me like an hour and a half to do, which isn't that bad. I'm gonna have a little bit of tea and then start chipping away at regular chores, get that, a big chunk of that. Some things came already that I ordered, but not all of them, which is totally fine. It's only 1:30. So I'm gonna clean stalls. You don't need to see that. It's pretty boring. Keep listening to music. I find that cleaning stalls and listening to something is such a wonderful time. Like, it's my favorite time of the day. I can really get lost in thought and kind of daydream a little bit. And there's really not a whole lot of opportunity to do that elsewhere, in my life at least. So I try not to take that for granted, and I really enjoy it. So I will see you in a bit. The barn is finally clean, and then I have some garbage I'm gonna take up to the house. But I think I'm gonna drive the ATV up to the house with the trash and then bring down some of the stuff that I ordered. Hopefully it arrived, but I know some of it is pretty heavy. So now that I'm taking a lunch break and having a quick snack, I wanted to take a moment to formally introduce you to all of our indoor cats, because I don't think you've been properly introduced on the channel before. They're a huge part of our lives and we love them so dearly. They all have very complex stories of how we found them and how they came into our lives, what their lives were like before they started over with us. But for now, I just wanted to introduce you to them because they're a huge part of our lives and I feel like I've been keeping it from you. So first, we have Phoebe. She is 4.5 years old and we found her 4 years ago as a stray. She is very sweet, but very sassy, and she used to be absolutely feral and terrified of humans. Her favorite thing in the whole entire world is Sid, and she chose Sid kind of as her soulmate and caretaker. The next girl is Eloise. She's 2 years old, and her favorite thing is to play peekaboo, and she loves to sit on my office chair while I push her around and she goes for a little ride. She also really likes spring toys and little mice. She's my absolute treasure, and she came into my life and completely changed it. I love her so much. Our other cat, Marcy, is also 2 years old, or will be in the spring here shortly, and she is Eloise's best friend. The two of them have been inseparable ever since we introduced them, and Marcy's favorite things are suckling on blankets, playing with kicker toys, and crying. She cries a lot. Our most recent additions to the family are our 2 foster cats, Beverly and Juniper. And the 2 of them came into our lives this winter, and they are the absolute sweetest cats probably in this world. And both of their stories are absolutely heartbreaking, but I am so grateful that they are here with us, and they show us that gratitude every day with our interactions. Like, it's really, really clear that they're happy and grateful to have the space that they have in our home. We've absolutely fallen in love with the 2 of them. Beverly is actually a long hair, but they had to shave her because she had really bad mats. And then Juniper is also a long hair, as you can see, but she is our very first cat that we've cared for with like a physical disability. She has a fused bone in one of her paws, and it just is a little U shape. She gets around totally fine and is very active, very athletic, and they are exceeding all of our expectations, and I'm very proud of them. Those are our 5 indoor cats. You've all met Simbi, our barn cat. If you want another video including any of our other animals, let me know. I love sharing them with you guys. And now that we've had a little bit of a break, we can get back to cleaning and back to getting my life together. I got really excited because some of my stuff came, and the tack room is not clean yet, so it's not ready for any sort of reorganizing. But I wanted to show you, I got a couple new storage containers for the supplement feeds like alfalfa pellets and Outlast. And then, oh, there's Simbi. And then I also got some dry erase boards, one that will be a feeding chart in the tack room, and then one that'll be a weekly working schedule for the horses. I got 2 new supplements I'm trying on the girls, and then a new feed for Teddy that I'm gonna transition him onto. I got a couple other things like some dry erase markers and then some measuring cups for the new supplements. But there's a couple other things I'm still waiting on. I don't know when they're coming, so I'm just gonna get started on cleaning and setting up. It's looking and feeling so much better in here already. The next thing I'm going to do is label the supplements and the feeds because some of them have not been labeled yet. And then I'll bring in some of the new stuff. I'm still waiting on a couple things at this point, but I'm optimistic. I think they'll be here maybe tonight. So I'm gonna do as much as I can and then show you the progress I made, but then I have to go bring the horses in, so. Okay, it's currently 5:30 p.m. and the tack room is done. Not completely done because we didn't get everything in the mail that we wanted to get, but I did what I could with what we have and I'm really happy with it. So I'm going to show you that now. So for the feed chart, I'm going to run through a couple different variations, and this is kind of what I'm thinking for the layout. But once I have it finalized and streamlined, I'm going to share that with you guys in another video because I don't have a concrete idea for what I'm going to do with the feed chart. And the same thing with the calendar. This is going to be a weekly calendar to have up in the tack room. So it's going to have the horses vet, farrier, work schedule, everything right here. We can refer back to it and then change it each week. And then we have the monthly calendar, which was given to me as a gift from a client of mine. And I think it's just beautiful. I'll show you it up close. And then the thing that I'm really excited about are these new bins that have little wheels on them, and they are the perfect size for a bag of alfalfa pellets. A little bit too small for a full grain bag, like 50-pound bag of grain, but it's so close and it's so tucked away and pleasant to look at. So I labeled everything. Yeah, and so once I have a little bit of time to sit down and do some admin work, I'm gonna put together the feed chart and the weekly calendar layout and probably have it be like a permanent layout that I can just rewrite as things change. Before we had the whiteboard feed chart, I had their feeding amounts pasted up on the inside of the cupboard, and it just wasn't the most efficient way of keeping track of their feeding because obviously things change and I had to adjust feeding amounts and what they're getting, so I didn't want to keep printing off new pieces. So anyways, having a whiteboard is going to be so much better. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Now that the barn and the tack room are organized, I have to go bring the horses in and then make sure everybody's tucked in for the night because it's getting dark now. I don't know if you can see, but yeah, I even labeled the cookie jar. So thank you so much for watching another video. Yeah, I will see you in the next video. Bye!